have informed a number of taxpayers that although they're due refunds of income tax, they will not be reimbursed until they complete their local property tax return. 90% of households on the register have paid the property tax, but the withholding of refunds is a new tactic being deployed by Revenue to ensure full compliance. Well, Christine Kiely is a tax expert with taxback.com and can take a look at this now with us. Christine, what exactly is Revenue doing here? What's the game at play here?
Well, just to start from the positive perspective, Conor, just to make sure that people are aware that there is still potential for people to claim tax refunds, and that there are a lot of situations where PAYE taxpayers in particular will be due refunds of those taxes. And at taxback.com we organise refunds for thousands of people each year. But what's also very important for people to be aware of is the Revenue do have the authority to withhold refunds that are properly due to people in circumstances where they're not compliant with other taxes, and that includes the local property tax. So when it comes to the local property tax, there's two actions that people need to be aware of that they need to take. One is that they need to pay the tax, but also they need to file the return. And this is an area that is very new for Irish people, particularly people who are used to paying all their tax via the PAYE system. To actually be asked to file a return, that means to physically submit the document, complete the form, either send it in by post or online. So just as background to what you were saying there, that the Revenue Commissioners have informed some taxpayers that they will not be releasing these refunds. Over the last month or so at taxback.com, we've seen this new type of communication from the Revenue, where they're writing to individuals. They're informing them that yes, they are due a tax refund, but that Revenue will not be releasing these refunds until the individuals file their local property tax returns. So, for example, we had one such client, and he was due a refund of just over €3,000. And even though the local property tax itself, that liability, was only a fraction of that refund, Revenue are withholding the PAYE refund until such a time as he submits his local property tax return.
And I suppose really the key thing to note here is that when you have 90% compliance, the Revenue, I suppose, has to do its duty to those people who have actually paid the tax, and clearly they're going to deploy every tactic they can to make sure, to be fair to those people who have paid, that everybody is treated the same way.
Yeah, and Josephine Kiely said as much there a couple of months ago. The statistics at the end of July showed that we had 89% compliance, with the highest being in Tipperary at 92%, the lowest in Donegal 84%. And she did herself say that Revenue owe it to the compliant property owners to continue with their campaign to enforce compliance with those people who have not engaged so far.
And they have quite a wide variety of tactics, it seems, to do just that. Thank you very much, Christine. It's back to you now, Keelan.